Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Welcome back. Today, I am going to continue to deconstruct a pair of cargo pants that I am working on for my dad. So, we will go ahead and get started. I'm just going to disconnect my headset. I'm going to go ahead and put you down. I got quite a bit done yesterday, but then I had to get some stuff done. It's buffering. I don't know why, but it looks good on the screen. So no, because I just started a video. There's stew up there that I made. Kids, I knew he would do that. So I already have this started and the chain stitch. So we're just going to go ahead and pull that. That wasn't quite as satisfying as I would like it to have been. I was hoping it would have just continued. Hi, Spirit in the Sky. Good to see you. I am deconstructing a pair of cargo pants. I am doing it so that, well, they're cargo shorts. I'm doing it so I can make some new pairs for my dad. So I have to deconstruct, like take apart the pair to use as a pattern piece to complete it for my dad. I was hoping that chain stitch would have gone all the way down and it wouldn't have come undone, but I got it now. All right. I'll turn it over, and I'm recording this because I would like to go back and watch it later. If I have any, questions on what it was before I deconstructed it, it just helps with the process of reconstructing it when it comes time. Because then I can go back and I can watch it and see what I did, what my measurements were. But yeah. Just so you know, I do use sharp tools in this process. I have an X-Acto knife that I use as a unpicking tool. That's how I rip my seams. Yes. Because I want to make the new pair as much like this pair as I possibly can. Granted, it will be different colors and stuff. But to make it pretty much look like, because I'm making it for my dad, because his was wearing out and he needed some new pairs. So we have 5 pieces of fabric picked out that I had in my stash, and we picked out ones that he would like, that he would be willing to wear. And when he first asked me to do it, I told him I would look in my patterns. And I didn't see any patterns that the store and look around and see if he could find a pair that he likes, which, you know, per pair they're anywhere between $20 to $40, $50 a pair. And these are just shorts, because my dad will wear shorts like all year round. It less interference with his knees. All right, so I have that part done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish taking apart the pocket piece. Yesterday I took apart the zipper fly piece, and now I'm going to finish taking apart the pocket piece. I have that piece taken apart, and that'll be interesting. All right. They are. Yeah, it was buffering on my end for a minute. But the YouTube studio still looks like it's handling everything okay. So, as long as that handles everything okay, I think we're good. But yeah, clothes are so expensive. You know, fabric's expensive too, but most of my fabrics that I have, I get from thrift stores. Sometimes I do go to the regular fabric store and I'll buy fabric. But the majority of what I have, I got from a thrift store. Kind of looking at how this is done. So it looks like what they did is they sewed the facing on, the lining facing for the pocket. Okay. Just have to remember how it's all done. That's why I'm doing the live. Because then I can remember. And I am keeping the other side of the pants, the other leg, constructed so I can use that as a reference point. Because I don't need both pieces undone, because when you cut something, you're going to be using it as one side for the front and one side for the back, and just have it folded over. And I'll undo this whole pocket piece, and I have to be careful doing it because I'm going to try to make the pocket as similar to what is currently here. And I know I do have fabric that would work well for the pocket pieces, like white fabric like this. I just don't know where it's at. Go figure. But I can, nothing that says that I can't use colorful fabric. I guess I'd have to ask my dad. I could say, would you mind if I just added a little bit of pizzazz to the pockets? And I'm sure he would be okay with that. Okay. That piece is completed. What I'll do is try and think how I want to do this. Just kind of cut it down the seam. Oh, that's not going to work. How to find my other tool here. Yeah, that's why I make my own pants. Is because there's jeans and they're always, the pockets are always too small. But I also make my own pants because I wear overalls. And overalls are just easier to wear. For me anyways. Because I like to put my phone in my front pocket. So that my phone isn't in my side pocket or in my back pockets. This is always the more difficult part, is undoing these top stitches. Might have been what took me the most amount of time yesterday, is undoing the top stitches. Because it's not like part of it where you can just do it like the chain stitch, where you're just pulling out the stitch. And then it's hard to get a hold of the stitch too, when it's like this. So I'm getting somewhere now. I guess if I would have just kept at it, I could have saved myself some time. Now once I'm in there, just kind of slice along the seams. So do you do any sewing, Spirit? Hi, Angie. Did I stay up all night ripping? No, Angie. What I did is I ended my live yesterday. It was about 2.5 hours in. And I ran some errands and did some stuff. And didn't really touch much of this until just now. I waited because I wanted to record it. Because I want it documented. Well, repairing clothes is always good, Spirit. I was mentioning to my daughter yesterday that it's kind of surprising how long you really spend taking something apart when you're working on it. Well, that I was doing. And then, like, putting things together. Lots of hours. You can sew, Angie. You made those Angie bowls. I know you can sew something, Angie. I have proof. Because I have one. Yeah, exactly. Repair over buying brand new. Because clothes are expensive. All right. I finally got that undone. I wonder why they have a chain going down the line. I don't know. Maybe it was just chain stitch that they used to attach the two pieces. And this is like inside pocket facing. That's not writing very well. You know, I could always just use a pen inside pocket facing. So we have two different pocket facings. Unpick all of this. Wonder if I can pull this. All right. Thanks for joining, Spirit. Have a wonderful night. I made hamburger stew today. And ate that for lunch, basically. Granted, my kids don't know what good food is because half of them won't even eat it. But it's all good. This means there's more for me. My husband will eat it, though. I offered some to my oldest daughter, and she said it would be too greasy. So she ate cereal. Oh, meatballs and spaghetti. Yum. Oh, I saw that on one of the sites, Angie. I thought that thing was so cute. The lime green sweater with chickens on stuff on it. They have a blue one too and another color. I thought that sweater was so cute. The dog is up there barking upstairs. She's not even outside. She's inside and she's barking. Somebody must be out there. I don't know who, though. you. I don't care. I'm streaming. I'll send that up right now. Okay. I guess there's people out there because I had a birthday the other day, and they're probably bringing a birthday thing from the church or whatever. Yeah. But my husband will go out and get it. Last year they bought a birthday gift by. It was just chocolate, some candy, chocolate, and a card. And it's not even good candy either. But they did it in like March. Appreciate the effort though. All right. Look at that. Hi, Stacy. Good to see you. I'm continuing unpicking this pair of shorts. I hear someone out there. So this is the other part of the pocket facing. I'll just put that. I'm just going to write on there cut 2, because that's what we need. Okay, and then I will just put it in my little bag here. And this is the pocket piece. And this is the other pocket facing, which I'll put cut 2. And of course on each piece of fabric that I'm using, obviously. Alright. And then this is the pocket piece. Okay, so I'll put that in my bag. This is my other pants piece that I have. This is the front. I'm just going to write that on the fabric. And we'll cut 2 of those. And put that in there. And then this was part of the pocket flap. And I finished taking out this top stitching right here. And then I pulled it apart. And you can see here. So it's a big square. And basically what they did, they took and they stitched there. Just like this over here. So we have a little stitching right across. It's about a 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So a 1/2 inch by 1 inch little triangle. You fold it up. And I think how they did it, they actually sewed it down. And then they flipped it with that. And then top stitched it. And then it had Velcro. And this is the side pocket. Side pocket flap. Right that there. And then we have this pocket piece here that I need to finish taking apart. Take the Velcro off. Got one piece of Velcro off. And there was Velcro on the pocket flap too. Obviously. Okay. Put the Velcro in my bag of goodies. Then we have the pocket piece here. Some tacking that they did to hold it together. I will need to... Okay. So this line of stitching here, this inside line, is just for show. It's really not even... It's just there for decoration. This other piece here is just to give it that little edge there. Okay. Doesn't that look nice? Unstitch all of that. When I go to make the pocket, I might end up using a scrap piece to practice with till I get it correct. Because sometimes I do like to test out the structure. And this looks like it is like pleated in. So I'll work on that more in a minute. Oh, and this is the back of the pants. So back pants. Cut 2. Okay. I have a whole bunch of strings everywhere. Then on the back of the pants, it does show that there is a little pleat sewn in, like a little dart type thing. Then I will have to take off the pocket flap and the pocket, but this will be pretty straightforward.
Hey.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi. Hi, Mom.
That is my 9-year-old daughter.
Surprise hug.
A surprise attack. Be nice. Were you playing on the computer?
Yes.
Are you still playing on the computer?
Maybe.
It doesn't look like it to me. It looks like you're down here. Dum 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 dum. She came down and got snacks. Because I have a drawer right on the side of me underneath my table that I keep snacks in. I feel like this pocket flap came off a lot easier than the side pocket flap. But I'm thinking, I wonder if these are like exactly the same size as the other pocket flaps. Because if they are, then I just cut 4 of them and I don't have to fully pull this apart. Or are they the same size? Nope. They're different. They're a different size. All right. Well, that's good to know. Isn't that just my luck? think sometimes I get a little impatient with the unpicking process. Because it takes so long. But I guess the good thing is that at least they were constructed well. I guess the harder it is to take apart, the better constructed it was. Possibly. Like before I came on to do my live, I watched a little bit of what I recorded yesterday. Maybe about an hour. And I think it is really going to be helpful for the reconstruction process. When it all comes down to it. Then I can kind of watch and see what I did, and just those things. So with these pocket pieces, I'll cut 2 out for each pair, because I'll be making at least 5 pairs of shorts. Let's see. And after I get the pocket piece all disassembled, I need to finish taking apart the zipper piece. But I have to double check and make sure that both sides of the front are both the same. I think they are. William. Good to see you. Good of you to join. I'm still deconstructing the pants. And now I'm taking apart the pocket. Wow, you went shopping at the grocery store? That's fun. And then we have to undo this dart in the back. So it's not going to be a one that you cut at all. It's just going to be you stitch it up and then stitch it down, which encapsulates this other side. Look, you gotta have groceries, William. I made hamburger stew earlier. It tasted so good. Got onions and celery and carrots. And I put a lot of carrots in it, so it almost made it a carrot stew. And I put potatoes in it. Oh, yum. Meatloaf is delicious. I cheat when I do meatloaf. I just buy the already made Stouffer's meatloaf. There's like 6 mini loaves in a package. And I cook that up. And then it splits between the younger ones because they're not huge fans of it. I wish they made one that had like 8 mini loaves. But it's okay. I've made like homemade meatloaf before. Maybe I should do that like tomorrow or something. But I have some hamburger meat in the fridge. I have to decide what I'm going to make with it. If I made meatloaf, that would be pretty good. But I'd probably have to get more stuff from the store because instead of like breadcrumbs, I use croutons as the source when you make it. And I don't know if I have all the other ingredients or not that it takes to make it. I might. Last time I actually made homemade meatloaf. It turned out really good. Yes. And it adds a little bit of that seasoning to the meatloaf too. Alright, so that pleat is undone. Pockets are undone. I marked on the back what it is because you have to have that marking. Now for this. Only thing I have left to do on this, because I'm going to leave the rest of the pants attached, I am just going to be taking off the zipper and the zipper flap. And this is definitely a portion that is good to have on video. Just have to be careful. No cutting myself. That would be owie. Just kind of looking at the construction. So when I go to do it, line up the pants pocket portion right up along the edge of the zipper, stitch it down, which I could also just do one fell swoop as I go, but I will do it step by step and how I know how to do it. But I think how they did it is they just, I don't even think that they took and stitched the zipper to the pants before they just took it and like lined it up and stitched it down. Looks like they just did it in like one fell swoop. Just go poof and it's done. Probably not how I'll do it, but I know this is kind of boring for some, but I like doing this process, and it's good for me to see what it is that it's going to take when it comes to reconstruct Okay. So this is the zipper flap. Looks like what they did is they stitched in the end and then they flipped it and just did a serging stitch right along this. And then they attached it on there. So I'll have to undo all the serging stitches so that I can get the correct measurements off of the zipper panel. And I will mark it as such too, as a zipper panel or whatever. Or the zipper flap. That's probably better, huh? The zipper flap. I don't know what they really call them. Undo it like this real quick. I'm sorry I didn't stay for your whole live yesterday, William. Sometimes that sleep overtakes me. Okay. We have this. I'm just going to write on it. Zipper flap. Cut 1. So that's all that requires. I have that. I have the zipper, which we measure it from the stop to the where the zipper starts. Start it right there at the and that. It looks like it is an 8-inch zipper. Wow. There's not very many that are 8-inch zippers. I have some 9-inch zippers and I have some 7-inch zippers. Not many that are 8-inch zippers, but we will make it work. And then we'll just leave the rest of these pants together so that I can use it as a visual guide type thing. Where the hole is on those. Keep those together to use them as a visual guide. Just put them in my bag here. And since I have the rest of that done, I can go back to the pockets and I will take the Velcro off of. And these are the back pockets. So before I get back pockets, or otherwise known as the butt pockets, and we'll cut 2 of those. There'll be 2 pockets. One piece of Velcro off. Another piece of Velcro off. Got both of those. And then I need to undo the top stitching for the pocket. Along here, so we get the correct measurements. I think my seam ripper is definitely dull. I wish there was a way to sharpen them. My X-Acto knife blades. I have a lot of those. And they're easy enough to come by. Well, seam rippers are easy to come by too, but they're expensive. thinking I'll probably take my iron and iron some of these pieces and make them flat. So this one, if we took it, it folds it in about 6/8, 5/8, 6/8, then folds it down. Yeah. Folds it down, then top stitches it across. These other pieces are brought in, let's see, about 1/2 inch fold, right? Yeah, about 1/2 inch folded up. Starch them stiff. I don't have any starch. Yeah, I think those are all turned in about 1/2 inch for the sides and the bottom. Then obviously this other piece is like 6/8 of an inch. And then we have this piece, which is also different size from the other pocket flap. But by the looks of it, it is going to be exactly the same construction and everything. They're just a little bit smaller. So that's not like I'm really going to need to watch that part per se. I'll just have to remember that this is the back. So if I just write it in here, back pocket, because I can finish undoing that later. Pocket flap, cut 2. And then I've just got it written right in there. All right, well, the only part I haven't finished now is this piece. This one, it's not even like folding it under and under like that other piece. This is just, they serged it and then they stitched it down. And this will be the interesting pocket to do. This is the pocket that I'll probably have to practice with. To make sure I have the technique down before actually doing it on the actual fabric that I'll be using. But hey, I'll have lots of practice with this pocket. 5 pairs times 2 pockets. Oh, okay. I guess that'll work. Guess that's a good little hack, huh? I have cornstarch. And obviously we have water. Kind of silly if we didn't. Yeah. Good idea, Stacy. I'll give it a try. Now, so how much water and how much cornstarch is the question. Like, what's the ratio of cornstarch to water? Would you do like a cup of water and maybe a teaspoon of cornstarch? Or more than that? The tube? Oh, on YouTube? Possibly. I'll look it up. And get this stitching undone here. I'll try to replicate this as much as possible. Two cups water to 1 tablespoon cornstarch. Oh, good to know. Very good. And write it down real quick. Two cups water, 1 tablespoon cornstarch. All right. I know I've made gravy with cornstarch. I used to use chicken bouillon and cornstarch and make gravy, like chicken gravy. I haven't done that in a long time, but it's how I used to make chicken gravy. So they have stitches here, no stitches in between. Decorative stitches, they're basically just used for decoration. And I guess with whichever thread I decide to use, if I'm going to sew it in a batch sewing type thing, I would have to make sure I had enough of that thread so that I don't run out. Because I made the overalls for friend's son, and as I was making them, because I was sewing them in a batch, I ran out of the color thread that I was using. So then I had to find a different thread to use. But I'm not going to be using variegated thread on this. I don't think my dad would appreciate that. I'll probably just be one solid collar throughout the whole thing. Don't quite know which one yet. I could do black. Do black for the whole thing. Especially because I have a thicker thread that's black that would work well as a top stitching thread for the pieces that need to be top stitched. Yeah, hi everyone in the balcony. I'm almost done with this pocket. I like to be able to see what I'm working with, like how it was constructed. And thank goodness I have the other pocket piece too that I can look at as I'm doing this. The other pocket piece will remind me how it needs to look. To get that stitching undone there. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a tack that they put there. Okay. And then so when I go to do this, I think when it comes down to it, we'll go around and stitch that. And then go and stitch that. And then, well, we'll probably stitch that first. I don't know. Probably. Yeah, we'll probably stitch the sides after we stitch that. It looks like when they did this, they went, like these side pieces were stitched first. They folded them in, and then they went up and stitched it and jumped over and then stitched it back down. I'm just done with regular stitching. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it live, Stacy. Is because I can go back and look at it later. That was my whole method of doing it this way. Because I'm pretty sure I would forget something. But if I have it recorded, it'll make it easier to be able to go back and watch it. It looks like they did like it just a stitch, like a stay stitch, that just kept it connected just a little tiny bit on the bottom. Just a little tiny bit. Because if I know if I was tearing this apart just haphazardly without recording it, I may forget something, or like, how did that go again? How was I supposed to put that together? Because sometimes I try to look up a pattern just to see how someone else would have put it together, you know, like a little tutorial type thing. And if they have the video out there, that's good. But sometimes they don't. Like, there's been things that I've looked up. I'm like, how do I do this? And I'll watch the video. I'm like, yep, I'm just as lost as ever. And so I have to kind of like figure it out on my own, which I'm okay with. Just sometimes it's helpful to be able to watch something. But when there's not much out there in the way of showing how to do something, and I figure it out, you know, I'm pretty ecstatic. And I'm like, all right, now I've got to show this to everybody, how this is done. All right. We're almost there. That's going to be a big pocket piece. Go ahead, go down all these lines. I'm going to have that all taken apart for when I cut out my pieces. Do new techniques with pockets. Well, I have 10 of these kind of pockets to make. So I'll probably end up making 11 or 12 just because I'll be practicing. Okay. Want that piece undone. And I gotta decide if I want to sew up a pair. I probably want to do the whole entire, like 5 pairs online. But if I wanted to just do like sew up a pair from what I've done and show the construction of it. Do reconstruction from a deconstructed pair of cargo pants. All right. I think we're pretty much there. So basically, they take and they stitch that down, they stitch that down, they fold it in, they take it and then they stitch over up, stitch over down, and then stitch this around. I'll stitch this first line around. And then they take and they fold this in and, well, they stitch this then. And then they take and fold this in and stitch that. And then they attach it to, and then they fold this down. Well, actually, this part is folded down before they stitch those top pieces. So they would stitch that down, then stitch these sides. And then they would stitch this down around where it goes. Hi, Kel. This is pocket, side pocket. So I can learn how to spell. Side pocket, cut 2. But yeah. And then, of course, you can't forget about adding on the Velcro. I have to go through my stuff and find all of the pieces. Well, I have Velcro. I have lots of Velcro. I have to go through and find the sew and Velcro that I have in my stash. Even if it's using black Velcro or white Velcro. And I can also reuse this Velcro too. How are you, Kel? Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I'm working on a pair of cargo pants. Like, I'm deconstructing them. They're shorts, cargo shorts. I'm making them for my dad, and he was nice enough to provide me a pair that I could use and taking them apart to use as a pattern. But yeah. So I don't think I need to fully undo that one yet. Not everything else undone. And I have all my pieces right here. So I have, these are the back pocket pieces. This is the back pocket flap. This is a side pocket piece that extends out. Makes it like a nice little pleat. This is the other side of the pants that I'm keeping together. So the pocket looks like that. So I can kind of use it as a guiding point if I get lost. We have the zipper, which is an 8-inch zipper, which I don't think they really make much of those. But using a 9-inch or a 7-inch, I'm sure will work out fine if I don't have an 8-inch. This is the back part of the pants. And then here is where you kind of do a little, like a little dart in the back, and then you turn it and top stitch just on the side of the dart, and that's where the pocket goes. And the side part, you have the hem, and then this is the side pocket flap. And I keep one of the pieces attached just for now, but that side pocket flap is going to be, let's see, 8 inches by 8 inches by like 5.5 inches. This is a zipper flap piece. Of Velcro pieces. This is the front of the pants, where the pocket attaches to, where the front fly attaches, the zipper fly. A piece of fabric here that is a pocket lining. Sorry, I had a sneeze and I couldn't tell you I was going to sneeze before I sneezed. This is part of the front zipper fly piece. These are belt loops, which there will be 7 belt loops. This is the inside pocket facing. This is the other piece of the pocket facing. This is the waistband piece. And then it shows the buttonhole. And then this is where I cut out the jean button piece. So yeah, so those are all the pieces. I don't think it should be too difficult to get pieces cut out and get it all reconstructed. You probably could figure out a simpler pattern. Well, this pattern's not hard. Not at all. This is like, the way they do the front zipper fly is so much easier than some of the other patterns I have. Like when I made the overalls a couple weeks ago, that front zipper fly, that was a nightmare. So the way that they have me doing these ones is a lot better. I don't mind it at all. So I did go thrifting yesterday. And I figured I would save this to the very end. And maybe I will do a recorded video showing this stuff. But I did go thrifting, so I figure that I can show you guys some of the stuff that I got, just because. If you guys want to see it. If not, we can just end it. But I know you guys love a good thrift haul. So I'm going to go ahead and put you up so you can see me. So my daughter, well, we were talking the other day. And I was like, that would be kind of cool. Because, see, I have a pedometer type thing on my watch. And that tells me how many steps I've done. And I haven't done hardly any today. Well, since I put my watch back on because I charged it. But I was like, that would be kind of cool to have like a little pedometer that you could attach to an animal like a cat or a dog, just to see how much they walk around the house during the day. And then my daughter's like, oh, Mom, we were just talking about this. I'm like, no, we weren't talking about this. This is like a pet's eye view camera type thing. And it's not a video camera. It's just a digital. So it would just take just different pictures, just randomly, of what the cat sees or the dog sees. I figured that wasn't a bad price, and I would give it a try just for the heck of it. I have like a door organizer thing that I got. I got it so that my daughter could use it on the front door. Just as like a little organizer thing. She wanted one for her shoes, but they didn't have the right one for her shoes. So I thought this one would be kind of cool to use in her room. And if she doesn't like, I can give it to my other daughter, and I'm sure my 9-year-old would find something to do with it. But she's not really into that kind of stuff yet. And then I got a bowl. It's like a little bowl that has some dragon designs on it and stuff. And it wasn't too bad. It was like $2 for the bowl. My daughter talked me into it, which it's kind of her bowl, but I bought it. Yeah, go figure how that is, huh? And then I saw this. This is a DMC Creative World project mat. So it's a needlework project keeper, which you have the project, and then you can lay it down flat and roll it up. And then, yeah, the pet camera, yeah, just take different pictures. Say, this is what my animal sees, type thing. But yeah, so this is just like a little mat that you can roll things up. And then it also has the little storage tube that you put your stuff for your project inside the tube and keep it. And then you can roll it back up. And I saw that at the thrift store yesterday, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. And so I got it. It was $4. Figure $4 isn't too bad. It's a 24 by 16.5. So I don't know if I can get this thing back around it with me just holding on to it without rolling it up really tight. And then I picked up some patterns. Granted, I really don't need any more patterns, but my daughter talked me into it. And these are some kids' costume patterns, which I didn't really realize that they had two of the exact same pattern in here. Because I really wasn't paying attention to that. It's okay. They're exact same pattern and that is exact same sizes. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah. Two of the same patterns. But one of the reasons why we got it is because my daughter, she was thinking that she would like to make a little poodle skirt type thing. Or the costume. And so we got it. And she can make one for her daughter when she gets older. And she has 3 years to perfect it. you know? And then she showed this one to me. And so all three of these patterns was like $2. It was $1.99 per package. And then this one has 4 patterns in it. And granted, these are not my size patterns. These are for bigger people. So this pattern, which is a surprise, it's a butter egg, but it actually goes up to a 6X. And even this other butter egg, it's a dress pattern, goes up to 6X. And I'm like, these patterns, they won't work for my sizing. But, like if my mom wanted me to make her a shirt, or if some of my friends that are, what blouse? This blouse? We could do that, Kel. We could do that. They have an A or a B. One. You really can't even tell what the difference. I don't even know if there really is much of a difference. Okay. So B is gathered in around the waist, and then A doesn't have the gather, but it's pretty much the same. It's the same design and everything. Even the back is the same. It's just the front, it's done just a little bit different. No gathers. Okay. And then we got to figure out what fabric we'll use for your shirt, Kel. Because it would be just a regular cotton. It's a loose fitting top. Has upper side front seams. Shaped sleeves with narrow hem. Wrong side may show. And shaped lower edge. Optional covered buttons. Use full satin back crepe, cotton blends, silk blends, and unsuitable for diagonals, obvious diagonals. So it would be A, size 2X, and 2X is going to be the right size, right, Kel? So let me read you what the 2X size is. It's a 26 wide to 28 wide, which the bust is 50 to 52. Waist is 42 to 44. Hip is 58 to 60. Bicep is around your arm, is 18. Now, finished measurements are obviously you're gonna have some ease to the wear because it's a loose fitting. But those are like what they're suggested. So you said a 2X is perfect. Okay. Oops. When I find a fabric that I think you'll like, do you want a pattern fabric or a like a solid fabric? Because there is that option there. Patterned. Okay. And what kind of, so you want it bright. Okay. And greenish. Okay. I'll see what I can do, Kel. Oh, I better write your name on this. That would be good. so I remember what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, and then here's another. This one is a 20 wide to 28 wide, which is pretty much with the 2X is a 26 to 28. So this one would be about the same. This one has no buttons, no closures. It has a sweetheart neckline, which is like almost like a V neckline. That one's cute too. And then this one is just regular sizing, 14 to 22, which 14 is what I would make myself. Oh, you like that one too? Okay. And this one has different size sleeves. So they have like the longer, like 3/4 inch. Well, so you have the shorter. Let me pull you up. You have the shorter sleeves. You have the longer sleeves that go like close to closer to the elbow. And then it has the longer that goes like mid length. And there's this one that I got. That would be my sizing. But yeah. Oh, the longer. So the A part right there. Oh, you can't even see. You know, it's showing stuff, and I don't even think you guys could see it because I'm being stupid and not lifting it up because I had moved because I had that one. I had it on my table, and I didn't even show you guys. Okay. Well, this one has the longer sleeves. So if we did something like that, you know, I should have really used a clean piece of paper. This is a Simplicity UA, and it would be like the 26. And I will double check the sizes. Let's see. This one's a 2X. Nope. The sizing for this one would have to be the largest, according to the measurements on the pattern. But yeah. Okay. So I got that. And then I got a piece of fabric. This is a cornflower blue. It's a cotton. It's not a cotton twill, but it's cotton. And I was thinking that this would make an excellent one for like another pair of overalls or something. So I can, because I have a cornflower blue pair of overalls. But they are starting to wear out, and they're the first pair that I made, but I still love them. But I would like to make another pair. And this one was the right price. It was $4 for a couple yards. So, and then of course I got like the reusable bags from the thrift store because I can. All right, I got one more bag, and we also bought the puppy dog that we have, the dog, because she still goes into. Oh, thank you, Cal. The dog still goes into heat, and so when she goes into heat, she has her period and it just kind of makes a mess sometimes. And we were there and we saw some puppy dog diapers, some dog diapers that are washable. They're kind of like the period panties that women can get, but these are period diapers that you can get for dogs. And I figured that's kind of cool. Right, so I got a bag of yarn. It's not that I need any more yarn either. Okay. But I do like yarn. So it has some homespun, and I love the colors of that. I'm going to use this on a blanket. The other one that I'm working on upstairs. This is says Voodoo. I guess it's like a little, like fringe, like braided fringe or whatever. And then we have a Jiffy Thick and Quick, a super quick, fun to use mohair looked yarn. And then this one. And then I saw some knitting needles and some crochet hooks. I like pulled everything off my desk and threw it on the floor. Seriously. So there was like 4 skeins of yarn in there. And hopefully you guys saw all those, because I'm not doing very good on letting you see everything. But I keep moving my camera. But I got this bag with a whole bunch of crochet hooks and knitting needles. So it has this package of crystal crochet hooks, or like the plastic see-through crochet hooks. Say 1.80 millimeter US 6 crochet hook. A stitch holder. Some knitting needles, like a whole bunch. Whole bunch of different sizes. Another crochet hook. We have some threaders and a needle. A loom hook. Another crochet hook. And it's not like I needed any more crochet hooks or knitting needles. I don't even know how to knit. But I know how to crochet. Like I said, I really didn't need any more, but I saw it and it was a really good deal. And so I got it. I don't really know what this is, but it has something to do with the hooks or whatever. This is another crochet hook. It's an E4, 3.5 millimeters. There is a it's a crochet hook, but it's a Tunisian crochet. So a very long one. And a whole bunch of the metal knitting needles. Some of the connected knitting needles. Yes, Tunisian crochet. And I don't know what this is for. Maybe Stacy knows what that's for. and a little bitty teeny tiny crochet hook. It says it's a 14. It's very, very tiny. I don't know. It's almost like for crocheting with, I don't even know what horseshoe crochet is. What is horseshoe crochet? So I have all of those. Got my daughter a color by number Star Wars book. It does have a couple of pictures colored in it, but not very many at all. It has that one colored in it, but I don't think there is any others colored in it. But my daughter found it and wanted it. Hairpin. Huh. Okay. Yeah, 14. Is that something that you're looking for, Stacy? Wherever I put it? Is that a size that you've been looking for? Is a 14? Oh, you hunt for 14s because you only have one? Yeah, this is a 14. Have to put it in something and send it to you. Oh, this? Or the 14 is for hairpin lace making. Probably. But this is a little U-shaped thing. And then I got a bag with a whole bunch of like purse straps, like bag straps, which I really didn't need anymore. Okay, but sometimes I think about it, and look how great those pieces are. You can't even buy like the hardware that you can get on a bag full of bag straps for the cost. Like $5 is the cost. Oh, this one I like. It's all colorful. I like this one. But yeah. Like you can even make little key fob things. But yeah, a whole bunch of bag straps. Sometimes I don't pick up the bags, like the straps and stuff. But yesterday I decided that I needed to. This one's almost like a duffel bag strap. And this one, the heavy duty. And then the smaller one. Oh yeah, I can do that, Stacy. I'm pretty sure I have your address. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so all those back in the bag here. Some of them. I made quite a mess on my table here with all these hooks. finish putting all these in here just so that they're out of the way here. Okay. Put those out of the way. And then I have one more bag here, which is a bag of fabric, because why not? Which some of it is cut into. So this one has a little bit of cut into it right here. But I thought it was cute. It's like, what? Why did you ask that? What? Why did you ask that? Why? Well, that's a little weird. I don't know. It's just everyone's saying the same stuff. And this cute, like, pink with stars, which needs to be washed because it's got like a spill on it or something, which doesn't surprise me. This came from a thrift store, by the way. So this one's cute. That one would make cute for like the top of hanging towels and stuff. That really would. It's like a thicker, almost like a canvas type fabric. It's really cute. And then we have a pink floral. If we have less than a yard of this, really pretty. This is also like another canvasy type fabric. Probably like a outdoor fabric. But that's cute. And we have some stripes. The cotton fabric. Have a blue fabric. Is it like a stripe fabric? And then this is I can't think of what this fabric is really for, but it has a rough back and then smooth on the front. Can't remember. But it's a little bit too thick to use as a pocket lining fabric. And then I did go somewhere else and they had this on a table, and so I picked it up because it was free. So it's just a bag of yarn, so just little scrap pieces of yarn that didn't cost me anything. It's just a bag there for people to take. So I figured, why not? This is like some of that homespun yarn, a little bit of it. But yeah. And pink. This one, like, camera kind of makes it look kind of like an orangish, but it's like a bright, like a, it's a pink, but, well, on my computer it looks weird, but on my phone it looks better. But it's almost like a fuchsia, maybe. Then we got some gray, a little yellow, a little variegated, and then this. So yeah, that is everything. But yeah, alright guys. Well, I'm gonna prep the fabric for my dad's pants. I'm gonna get it prepped and get it ready to cut out pieces. Yeah, I could do some granny squares. But I could make the pattern pieces with the pattern tissue paper stuff I have for the pants. Or I could just lay the fabric piece down and cut it out from there, which would work also. And then I will get a little card and an envelope and put this in for you, Stacy. Maybe I can get that sent out tomorrow. Wouldn't that be nice? I'll have to do that. And I will tape it into the card. Like I'll put it in a card and I will tape it on there, if that's okay, so that it stays still and doesn't move. So that this doesn't like pull out and like poke the envelope open and it falls out and then it's lost forever. And then it shows in the envelope shrift and you don't have it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay creative. And until next time, bye now.